Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Fourth in a Dream podcast. It is the last episode before the big game. It is me, your host, Red, with Head and Shoulders' newest spokesperson, the commish. Look at that hair. And our special guest, one of my best friends in the whole wide world, the commish's cousin, but this week, my arch nemesis, the Jolly fucking Roger. Welcome.
Appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
No hard feelings, though, you know.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Yep.
Sure you don't want to chop it?
I mean, as this recording speaks, we have about 1 hour left of our friendship until Monday night. No, there is no Monday game. Till Sunday night at about 11:30. Friendship's
Just
over.
get it over with.
Yep.
It's like a Band-Aid. Just get it.
You gotta feel like my cousin's just been like building all this up now for about 14, 15 weeks because he knows I've been giving him a hard time most of the season, and he's probably just getting ready to drag my ass for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, I hope y'all don't let me in at 7-7.
Man, so halfway through the season, I mean, shit, throughout the season, right? We kind of dogged it. We both did a little bit. You know, I try to take it a little easy on you, but I mean, your cousin being your cousin, blood and all, you know, the commission's going to do what the commission does. But you had a rough go of it, man. And for you to be here right now speaks volumes, right? You got some guys doing some really good things, and hopefully they can do it one more time for you, I guess. Trying to be neutral here. It's hard, but I'm trying.
Well, I mean, it seems like a second half of the season team, you know, had some injuries early and I had a couple of pretty close losses. Those don't help, but
yeah. So, Mr. Commish, you're gonna have to play commish and referee during this podcast, right? A little bit. Before we get into the matchups, why don't you start us off with a little bit of last week and maybe some history? You got anything?
I mean, as far as last week goes, man, I guess we can go ahead and start on the we'll start with the JR himself, man. You got a big 106-93 victory over Miyagi Illuminati, right? You finally cracked the code that everyone's been trying to figure out all season. My question to you is, man, what number interception did Brock Purdy get to on Christmas night before you were like, yeah, I'm going to have to sit down and watch this whole game? Because he was going in the wrong direction.
Dude.
For a while.
I think I went into that night game like plus 3 points. Was like, I'm in the bag. I got two guys playing on one of the hotter offenses. He threw number 4, and I started getting the popcorn memes from you. And I'm like, oh man, this is not good. I think I was only like maybe plus 1, plus 2 after that. Like, man, this could be bad. This could be bad news. But he was able to just get positive, and then they sat him. So that helped out, but yikes.
Dude, I just realized I went full Bowen just a second ago and said that you beat Brazos last week, which you actually beat the Bader 103 to 86. But my comment on Purdy still stands true.
Yeah.
It still holds water right now, man.
I went with it, so. But yeah, no, I went in, like I said, positive 3, thought I was good. At number 4, started getting the BS text from you guys, like, oh man, here we go.
Okay. So back up to Sunday too, right? You looking at your bench and you see 11 catches for 265 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but I can't. I mean, you're gonna have those guys throughout the year. I think I only played Cooper like 3 times this season, and it was for bye week reasons. You know what I mean? He had such a hard.
Totally justifiable, right? But on Sunday, you got to be sitting there looking at going, Jesus Christ.
Well, if you
There's a 40 spot on my bench, am I getting ready to lose by like 3 points?
Yeah, if you
43.5
and
to be
have that
exact.
much sitting on the bench, you know?
if you lose and you left 40 spot on the bench, that's good. That's a hard one to take. But I actually just got a notification. I don't think he's playing tonight, so that makes that decision even easier. But
He's really out
he
Thursday.
was going to be a trap this week against the Jets. I feel like so.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Sauce Gardner
all.
been shutting him down this year. I mean, I don't think he follows or trails, and I'm not quite sure, like, you know, if Amari Cooper would have been on one side of the offense or not, but yeah.
Might not have been a good play.
It makes your decision easy, man. And at this stage of the game, like, you want the easy decision.
No doubt. No doubt.
So kudos to you on the W last week. Yeah, you had any parting shots you don't want to say to the Bader? Good luck in third place matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he started. I mean, he started out hot. He looked like he was going to be a team who's going to rip through everybody. But we know we've been playing for so many years now that stuff could change so quick with injuries, and you start getting games scripted out of games and stuff like that, and it could be a slippery slope.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and transition over to the other semifinal, man. We had the FMOC with a 90-78 victory over Mrs. Kamish. This one was kind of odd, man. Like, I'm going to roll back to what I said last week, and I feel like you needed a couple of superhuman performances, and I feel pretty confident saying that I was on Brees Hall last week before that matchup, and he delivered with 31 points.
Yeah, dude.
Jalen Hurts was kind of business as usual, but the one that I did not see coming was the 22 burger from a place kicker.
You know, halfway through that matchup with wide receiver, I realized I had 4 people that totaled about 6 points. And they were done. And I'm sitting there like, okay, Travis Kelce's about to go on the field, play the Raiders. The guy's about to score 4 tutties, 180 yards, Christmas Day.
Taylor Swift in the house.
Taylor Swift. Dude, the Taylor Swift curse is real, bro.
Yeah, that hasn't been helping.
Holy shit. That woman is not only taking down the best tight end in the NFL, but she's taken down a whole team. Okay? I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
But, yeah. We'll talk about that off the podcast.
Yeah. No, I mean, for wide receiver, man, like, great regular season. You had Stephon Diggs and Travis Kelce combined for less than 7 points, man. So when your big dogs don't show up in the playoffs, that you guys know as well as I do, man. You got to get hot come playoff time, and putting together 3 straight that's a tall task. So
yeah, not easy at the end, that's for sure.
Nope. And then compound that, like, you had the Cowboys defense goose egg against Miami, which, I mean, yeah, on the surface, maybe you're like, all right, the Dolphins got a pretty high scoring offense. They've been potent all season. They've been bad against fantasy defenses as far as the scoring goes. But you guys know as well as I do, man, it gets down to the end of the season. You start seeing these high profile games. It's not uncommon for them to be super low scoring.
Yeah.
It just happened that, the Cowboys defense really didn't do much on the day. And they were the number 1 scoring defense in fantasy this season by a large margin.
Yep.
So
I was so scared that somehow I would still lose that I took my defense out. Because with the luck I have, San Francisco would have scored negative 12 points.
I don't know, man. It's been running pretty good as of late, if you ask me.
Yeah, but it's me.
Got to add the Bowen luck to the equation.
There is none. Shout out to Mrs. Kamish, though. Number 1 for being the first one to post a video in our group chat. And I don't know if this is actually out of spite or not, but I appreciate the pick. But as we all know, through this podcast, I hate when people pick me. So I don't know if it's good or bad, but I appreciate it. More so than anything, I appreciate her being the first one to pop the bubble and get these posts. Hopefully everybody else is going to be doing that. Not halfway through the Sunday games, right? Or Saturday games. So
I got you.
You know, when the Jolly Rogers got a 50-point lead with 3 people left, people start making videos. It's not going to be fun, right?
Chiming in. Is that what happened last year? Were they late?
No.
I think we were
No.
pretty punctual last season.
Yeah, we were. So, I guess I can start us off on a little bit of history. Commish, you got a little bit more info in front of your eyes than I do. Being the commish, you can see a lot of things that I can't. But, you know, from what I took and what I saw, this is a Jolly Rogers 3rd time to the show. 4th time to the show, actually. Excuse me. You're 2-1. Last time you won was 2016.
16, yeah, 16.
You beat Dan the Man, the Marino. Poor Clark.
Short King.
Yeah. I've only been to the show twice. I won all the way back and shit, we was kids. 2012.
God damn.
Yeah, I'm due, brother. I'm due. And then I lost in 2019 to Illuminati Miyagi.
Oh, man. He got lost in the Bermuda Triangle back there in 2019.
AKA the Faceless Men of 2019. That was the beginning of his three-peat.
Well, welcome back, boys.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. You actually placed 3rd last season. I don't remember who knocked you out, but it was either Bishop Sycamore, a.k.a. Miyagi Illuminati. Oh, no, not last year, the year prior. Or it was Ass and Titties. You were 3rd place last year, too. I take that back.
Damn, it really does feel like we need to take the we're just going to auto-draft this bitch approach.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Forget the magazines, forget the list, forget the, forget the pay-per sites. Just throw it all out the window, baby.
Dude, what did Doug average like the first 10 weeks? He was averaging like what, 120 points a week, 115 points a week.
Who knows anymore?
Crazy stuff.
You know, does everybody? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, it feels like so long ago.
Dude, as everybody knows, I mean, I talked a lot of shit about the auto draft, right? The beginning of the season. I'm not a big fan. But, I mean, that just might be the play. I don't want to not show up, right? This is important. This is something that we look forward to every year.
Oh, man, we look forward to it, you know?
Depending on who wins this consolation bracket, which is, I think, what we're going to talk about next, I might just not show up. So, Kamish, consolation bracket.
All right, man. So, we've got Ass and TDs taking on Tropic Thunder this week for the 7th place finish, right? And the winner of this matchup is going to determine our draft order for the 2024 season. And regardless of who wins, I don't think it's really going to bode well for specifically myself. I'm gonna lump you, Red, into the same category as me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Jolly Roger, you might be a guilty by association, but there's probably a good chance that they'll be like, we've got to fill this particular spot here, and we only got so many bodies. It's not like they're gonna pull your name out and be like, all right, man, let's see how hard I can shaft these individuals. Not like my co-host and myself, which will probably, if we're not the if we're not the first and second name put down on the paper, I got a pretty good feeling we're going to be about the second and the third name put down on the paper strategically, and then everybody else is just going to be, filtered in, if you will.
Yikes.
Yeah,
So what is that? That's like
the three targets I see are the two of us and Eric.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Eric's gonna be right in the middle in there
Yeah,
somewhere. What
he could be what,
6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8? I think is probably the triangle, right?
I wish you wouldn't have said those numbers out loud.
All right, man. So for this matchup, on the Tropic Thunder side of the ball, dude, CMC is taking on the Commanders. And I don't know if he's one touchdown short or two. I think he's two short of the 49ers single season franchise record for touchdowns in a season. Unless that guy gets hurt, that dude he's breaking that record. And I would say, based on where the Niners are in the playoff standings, there's probably a good chance he breaks that record this weekend. So they can get CMC maybe a little bit of rest before playoff time. So I'm gonna keep this short. Tropic Thunder has CMC, Aston TDs doesn't. So I think the draft order is gonna get set by Tropic Thunder, which is gonna
Terrifying.
Yeah. That's my breakdown.
Go ahead, Jolly Roger.
I mean, I gotta agree with you. CMC has just been a monster. And Anna's got a lot of questionable. She's got a lot of questionables in her lineup this week. I think I got to go with you. I think I got to go with Brian on this one. I think.
Dude, 21 points.
Dude, he's a monster, man. They just they're not scared to feed him inside the 5. You know what I mean? But
the dude apparently started doing like gymnastics during the off season to
God,
prevent those like soft tissue injuries that he had literally every season that I had him on my roster, which seemed like about 2 or 3 straight. So.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red, you got anything on this one?
That dude's gonna ballerina right through the Commander's end zone.
Yeah.
Probably 2 to 3 times, dude. For sure. I mean, the Bills are playing New England, though. Maybe Josh Allen goes nuclear. It's really doubtful, though. I mean, ESPN has this projected to be a pretty close matchup. Maybe I guess we'll see how many times Debo gets the ball in that San Francisco-Washington game too. That could determine it. But
I mean,
I'm gonna go with you.
Who the Bills playing this weekend?
They're playing the Patriots. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't care. I want to lose, dude. I was so mad when they fucking beat the Broncos.
Well, but what I'm saying is for this matchup, I mean, if Allen comes out and puts up 10 touchdowns, I mean, then I would say that there's probably a good chance Anna's going to win.
There is. And I think we all know deep down inside who we really want to win this game.
I mean,
right?
Bill could be, Bill could be halfway to LA by the time, Sunday rolls around.
I hope.
All right, man. Yeah. Third place
matchup. But I will also take Tropic Thunder by 1 million. Yeah. Masturbator, wine receiver.
All right, man. Third place matchup here, 10% of the payout. Both teams had a great season, and I'm sure both of them are disappointed to be in the third place matchup, but yet here they are. Again, I'll try to keep my analysis kind of on the short side. The Bader is rolling with Joe Flacco on Thursday Night Football against the Jets. This is the this is loading the cojones up in the wheelbarrow type moment right here. I mean, like, Flacco had a strong week last week, but again, Thursday Night Football, the Jets defense is pretty good. You got to figure that CD Lamb is going to stay hot. And dude, on the wide receiver side of the ball, man, when you got your A guys, like your top dogs like Diggs and Kelsey combining for less than 10 points, and it seems like that has been the trend for the past like month and a half or so. I got a tough time picking Mrs. Commish this week, so I will take the Bader by a field goal in the third place game.
Yeah, I think you're on. I mean, it's hard to. I mean, but she's got Mostert questionable. I don't think he practiced today. I mean, that's another big one. That's got ramifications for another game too. But like you said, Kelsey and Diggs. I don't know if she's going to be able to put enough together. But I do not like Flacco tonight against the Jets. I don't know who was his. He's got Browning on the bench at Kansas City. I feel like I probably like that matchup better, but and then Chandler, I think Minnesota is going to start Hall, I believe, which that's got some more ramifications too, but he could get game scripted out and he could touch the ball 8 times, you know. I don't know. Give me wide receiver in this one. By a close one though. I think if Mostert plays, let's go wide receiver with, by a point in overtime.
Who would have thought we're sitting here talking about a third place game in fantasy football in week 17 in 2023 and somebody has Joe Flacco in their fucking starting lineup? Who would have thought that in 2023 in week 17 of the NFL season that over the last 4 weeks Joe Flacco has averaged almost 22 points a game in fantasy? But here we are. Joe Flacco's playing like he's playing for a job, like a permanent job, which is insane to me.
He's played about as many games as Watson, right?
And man, I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Flacco went off tonight. We are talking about the Jets here. We're talking about the Jets that have a really good front seven, and they've got one good cornerback that doesn't like to travel. Joe Flacco has a pretty healthy relationship with Njoku, too. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but there ain't no way in hell I'm picking a fucking fantasy team in 2023 in week 17 of the NFL season that has Joe Flacco starting in their lineup. Give me wide receiver by 35 points. And let's hope Raheem Mostert sits out. And she still does that. Give me wide receiver by 35. Amanda, get your money back.
Man, I hate to break it to you, but I feel like Mostert's more of a load management thing than anything else.
Listen, dude, we're about to talk about this, okay? But I have really bad matchups at running back. They're really bad.
That's a great transition. That's a great transition.
They're so bad.
Tee it up for me, baby.
I'm in trouble.
Tee it up for me.
Danger, Will Robinson. Listen, dude, I got the button unhooked. I'm not playing the button.
All right.
This isn't Monday night. This isn't nope. Commission, let her rip, dude.
All right, dude. Championship matchup here. Friday morning oil change, taking on the Jolly Roger. 5-star fantasy bowl, Shiva Bowl, whatever we want to call this. I will start on the FMOC side of the ball.
Shit.
Okay. As you just alluded to, your running back matchups this week are dog shit. Like, no bueno. Like,
Yeah, they bad.
they big bad.
They bad. They real bad.
All right, yeah. I mean, dude, Brees Hall's playing on Thursday Night Football up against the Browns. The Browns been shutting people down left and right all season as far as the run goes. Achan, I don't know if they're working him back into the offense, but I mean, outside of his about 3 or 4 week, window early in the season where he just looked like he could not be stopped at all, I think they're just kind of bringing him back slowly. I don't think they want to run the risk of getting him hurt because they've already clinched a playoff spot. You know, they just beat Dallas, which say whatever you want to say about the Dolphins or the Cowboys. Cowboys had 10 wins on the season. That was a huge win for the Fins. They're going up against the Ravens, which, I mean, I watched the whole game on Christmas night. I'm sure most of America did too. The Ravens, man, like,
They're real. They're real deal.
yes, definitely real. But I think they also benefited from a game flow that had sudden change of possession early and often. And you know as well as I do, like, you get a 17, 18 point lead, it's real easy for a team to just be like, we're checking out, right? So on your side of the ball, if there is one matchup that is going to give you hope, I think it's going to be AJ Brown. Your path to victory this week, FMOC, you need a superhuman performance, like I said last week. And this week it's going to come from AJ Brown. The dude's been single digits outside of one game post-bye. Right? It's going to happen. Like, I feel like against the Cardinals, he's going to expose that secondary. On the flip side, I look at the JR here, and I feel like he got some pretty cakewalk matchups this week.
Have some good ones.
Brock Purdy just spun 4 picks against the Ravens. And now he's going to turn around. You got to figure he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. He's going to want to right that ship. He's going up against the Manders, who conveniently against quarterbacks this season rank dead last in fantasy. Yeah. So, yeah, that's going to be problematic. To me, that's going to be that's the one that you're going to have to watch right there. But with all that being said, when it comes to fantasy football playoffs, you need to be more lucky than good. So, I will hitch my wagon this week to AJ Brown and FMOC for the big explosion in the finals. Give me FMOC by 0.4.
Doomed. Fucking doomed. Go ahead, JR.
I'm picking you just for that reason, just to doom. That's it. It's just for that. You're getting the sweep, homie. But I agree with him. I feel like that Philly matchup, Hurts and Brown could combine for like 60 points, and all you really need is just one more guy, to have a decent showing. I mean, I don't think Washington's going to run the score up on San Francisco. But I mean, like on paper, I mean, my team's pretty strong. But like Ryan said, I mean, you just wait for that breakout, and I think that breakout comes from Philly this week. So I'm going to be in a close one too. We both got knocked down a little bit on Minnesota receivers. That there's not a huge sample size from that quarterback, so that could be a toss up too. I think if Addison plays, I mean, even if he doesn't play, I think you picked up Osborne, right? He would be technically in line for number 2. So I feel like that offense doesn't really spread the ball around. They just hit one receiver each week. So
fair.
I feel like those are probably the two matchups, depending on which wide receiver has the game for the Vikings. But I'm going to take you by a field goal on this one. Now come in second.
It just said podcast, bitch.
Sweet.
Ah, dude. I'm either gonna go down with the ship, or I'm gonna be fucking staring at you and waving from it. Because if both of y'all are gonna pick me, then I'm damn sure gonna pick myself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell everybody that right now it's 7:45 p.m. The Thursday night game starts in 30 minutes from the time of this recording. As soon as we're done, I'm gonna post this bitch to YouTube. I'm gonna walk out to my living room. I'm gonna turn that game on, and I'm gonna sit there, and I'm gonna pray.
You gonna watch Joe Flacco deal on Thursday Night Football, baby. Deal, son.
I might.
Deal.
I might. Listen, man. On paper, what I see right now, every projection that you've had in the playoffs, you've done. First week was 111. I think you put up 110.48. We'll call that 111. Last week, it was like 103. You put up 90-something, right? Or no, you put up 103, didn't you?
I think it was like I was in the ballpark, yeah.
Okay. This week, you're projected for 106. I'm projected for 91.
Damn, FMOC, your projection going down? Damn,
I
son.
mean, I have
we both went down on that Vikings on that quarterback move is what it was.
Who's playing quarterback for the Vikings now?
Jaden Hall.
Who the fuck
I
is
think
that?
his first name.
Who is that?
It doesn't matter.
Dude, Jaron Hall. He's thrown for less than 100 yards this year in 2 separate games.
You know those little wristbands that they wear, like the QBs do. They got all the play calls on it.
Oh,
I heard he's gonna be wearing a wristband tonight, and it's just on when's the game? Sunday Night Football. They're gonna zoom in on it, and all you're gonna see is big number 18 on it.
I
And
might have
that's
to put
that's
Kareem
gonna be
Hunt
the
in
play
real
call,
quick,
right?
dude. I might
Look
have to
for
put
1-8.
I might have to put Kareem Hunt in real quick. Listen, man, I don't know. At the end of the day, dude, I wouldn't rather do this with anybody else in this league, right?
For sure.
You've been a great friend for a long time. Either way, I mean, we'll just split the pot. We just won't tell nobody.
Chop it.
You know what I'm saying? We'll just reminisce the old days.
What do we say? I called him the other day, Ryan. I said, you want to chop it? Let's chop it. And it came down to, all right, just let me win and I'll split it with you. I'm like, no. The W was worth way more than the money.
I was like, hey, dude, you already got 2 rings. I only got 1. Let me get my second one real quick. But you know, that shit would never happen.
W is worth way more than that.
There'll never be 2 teams working together in this league, dude.
Listen, man. I had a coworker a couple weeks ago ask me what the buy-in was for this league. And I told him, I was like, man, it's $50. And he was like, what? That's all y'all play for? And I said, baby, we're in year 17. You think we give a fuck about the payout?
Nope.
I was like, nobody gives a shit about the payout, man.
Nope.
It's all about bragging rights, baby.
Yeah. So I will impose one question. When are we getting a title belt?
Oh man,
talked about. That's been talked about.
Yeah, don't put that type of pressure on me right now, man. I've been dragging my feet on that one. I've been hee-hawing around with either getting a trophy, and I've thought about doing like nameplates, and I mean, like, I don't know, man.
Well, here's my promise
now
to this league.
Now that we got this thing rolling, like, I feel like that could be the off-season project.
Here's my promise. If I do win, my proceeds will go to that. And the belt might just be too big for everybody else in this league. Because the first season, it's going to be hanging up in this house.
Oh boy.
All right. But with that being said, I'm not picking me. Jolly Roger, good luck. Good
So
luck.
no sweep? No sweep?
Man, I can't do it. I want to do it. You want me to do it? All right, I'll do it.
Just do it. Just do it.
All right, I'm going to win by 0.3. 0.3.
It's gonna wait. We're gonna wait until the Sunday night matchup, right? It's gonna come down to that. One receiver on each team.
Dude, I didn't know about this new quarterback, and I don't even know. Like, I'm sitting here like, man, this game starts in 25 minutes, and I don't know if I should have this guy in my lineup right now.
Oh man. So let me get this straight, right? Like I'm sitting here looking at this, and you guys both gonna have one player going on Sunday night, right?
The last game of the season. Yeah.
It's like the epic showdown, right? You got to do it,
Well, I'm about
right,
to talk to Sean, man. I mean, if it's tight, dude, we may have to go live.
dude. What would that be called? Like a Manning cast type deal?
Nah, we couldn't do that. I don't want to put that type of stress on my dude, man. Because if he wins, he's gonna be naked on YouTube.
Let's go.
Hey, what a way to go out.
Stress on my man.
What a way to go
What a
out,
way
though.
to go out.
What a way to go out. But with that being said, if you guys got to the end of this video, which you should have, post your picks in video format in the text thread. Good luck, buddy.
Weep. Yeah, man. Wouldn't want to. It's I'm excited about it. It's first time, right? Almost 2 decades. First time.
So I've been in this league for 15 years. You've been in this league since its inception.
Dude,
so
babies.
this is the first time, yeah, that you and I have faced off in a championship. It's pretty cool.
I did like some of those stats we talked about, though. What did we say? Eric won 4 out of his 6 trips.
Oh yeah, man.
That's impressive.
I could do like a deep dive and like a breakdown. I've talked about putting together an Excel spreadsheet and sending it out. I think I did like overall wins and losses a few years back, but
Yeah.
Based on the quick league history, man, when he gets to the playoffs, it seems like he's got a higher percentage of going the distance.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
So,
all right, boys. Well, next week I guess we'll have a recap of the season that was. The season of one of us.
To be determined.
Yeah.
Cousin, thanks for taking time out of your schedule, man. I know you got a lot of shit going on, so appreciate you getting on here and chopping it up with us for a bit, man.
I appreciate it, guys. It's always a good time.
Yeah,
Let me say this. Good luck to both of you two this weekend.
Appreciate that.
A little bit less luck to Sean. But yeah.
I mean, it's fair. Y'all are blood.
Hey, man. Like I said, y'all have fun. Enjoy it. I hope it's
you got somebody coming in your room, buddy.
I hope it comes down to the Sunday night game.
I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's won before then because I don't have to work Monday. Yeah, I hope it comes down to Sunday night.
There you go.
Happy New Year's.
Oh yeah.
All right, boys.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man.